Are you kidding me? Look at yourself. This gym is for people who actually work out, not people like you who obviously don't take fitness seriously. Get out before you embarrass yourself further. The vicious attack came from elite fitness manager Derek Collins as he openly mocked the black woman's appearance in front of other gym members. He laughed at her basic workout clothes with cruel satisfaction, completely unaware he was humiliating Marcus Power, the CEO whose $34.2 billion fitness empire owned every gym franchise, manufactured 78% of all fitness equipment worldwide, and operated the largest fitness app with 89 million active users. Her empire generated $34.2 billion in annual revenue and employed over 127,000 people across 6 continents. From the Equinox luxury clubs to Planet Fitness budget chains, from Nordic Track home equipment to Peloton interactive bikes, Marcus controlled the infrastructure that enabled millions of people to pursue health and fitness. But her vision went beyond profit margins and market share. Marcus had transformed fitness from an elite luxury into an accessible lifestyle for people of all backgrounds and income levels. Her companies had invested $2.8 billion in community fitness programs, built 1,247 free public gyms in underserved neighborhoods, and created scholarship programs that had trained over 45,000 personal trainers from diverse communities. Today's visit to Elite Fitness Manhattan wasn't planned. Marcus had been walking to her morning board meeting when she noticed the gym's grand reopening banners. She'd acquired Elite Fitness 6 months earlier as part of a strategic expansion into ultra-premium market segments, but she'd never visited this particular location personally. The previous owner had assured her that the transition would maintain the club's exclusive standards while implementing PowerFit's core values of inclusivity and excellence for every member. Marcus decided to stop in for an unannounced inspection, what the fitness industry called a ghost audit. She dressed for her early morning workout routine, basic black leggings, a simple gray tank top, and well-worn training shoes that had seen thousands of workouts. She carried a basic gym bag and wore no jewelry except her fitness tracker. To anyone watching, she looked like a dedicated but modest fitness enthusiast starting her week with an early workout. It was the perfect test of whether Elite Fitness was living up to PowerFit standards of respect and inclusivity for every member.
Elite Fitness Manhattan occupied 3 floors of a premium midtown building featuring state-of-the-art equipment, luxury amenities, and membership fees that started at $300 per month. The facility boasted Olympic-grade weightlifting equipment, private training suites, a rooftop yoga deck, and spa services that attracted Manhattan's fitness elite. The first floor showcased the latest cardio equipment and strength training machines, most of which bore the PowerFit logo, though Marcus doubted the staff recognized the significance. The second floor housed group fitness studios and personal training areas, while the third floor featured recovery amenities, including saunas, massage therapy, and a juice bar serving $18 protein smoothies. As Marcus approached the main entrance at 6:30 a.m., she noticed the usual early morning crowd, investment bankers squeezing in workouts before market open, executives starting their day with personal training sessions, and affluent Manhattan residents maintaining their fitness routines. The atmosphere was one of focused intensity mixed with social status signaling, where the brand of your workout clothes often mattered as much as your actual fitness level. Marcus badged in using the temporary access card that had been issued during the acquisition, immediately noticing the contrast between the club's reputation for premium service and the dismissive looks she received from staff. Several trainers were actively working with clients, but the front desk staff made no effort to greet her or offer assistance. She moved toward the main workout floor, observing how other members were treated with deference and attention while she was essentially ignored. After 5 minutes of observation, she approached the front desk to inquire about the facility's programs and services. "Can I help you with something?" asked Derek Collins, the elite fitness manager, his tone suggesting that Marcus was probably lost or confused about where she was. "Yes, I'm interested in learning about your training programs and facility amenities. I'd particularly like to understand how you serve members with different fitness goals and backgrounds." Derek's eyebrows rose as he looked her up and down, taking in her basic workout attire with obvious skepticism. "Are you currently a member here?" "I have access to the facility," Marcus replied carefully, not wanting to reveal her ownership during the audit. "Access doesn't mean full membership privileges," Derek said dismissively. "Our premium programs are designed for serious athletes and fitness professionals. We typically work with clients who have established fitness histories and specific performance goals." The implication was clear. Marcus didn't look like someone who belonged in an elite fitness environment or could appreciate premium training services. "I see," Marcus said quietly. "And you've determined I'm not a serious athlete based on experience," Derek replied, his condescension growing. "We know our clientele. We know what real fitness commitment looks like, and frankly, you don't present like someone who understands elite athletic training." What Marcus didn't know was that Derek Collins had been brought in 3 months earlier specifically to elevate the club's standards and maintain the premium brand experience. His interpretation of those instructions had been to implement an unofficial screening process that judged members based on appearance, athletic performance, and perceived social status. This approach had created what Derek believed was a more focused training environment, but it had also generated a growing number of complaints about discriminatory treatment that had been quietly dismissed by previous management. "Mr. Collins," having noticed his name tag, "I'm specifically interested in understanding how Elite Fitness serves all members equitably, regardless of their current fitness level or background." Derek's patience was clearly wearing thin. "Look, I'm going to be honest with you because I think we need to manage expectations here. This isn't a community center or a budget gym where everyone gets participation trophies." He gestured around the expensive facility. "Our members invest $300 to $500 per month because they want to train alongside other serious athletes. They expect a certain caliber of training partner and workout environment." Marcus felt the familiar burn of discrimination dressed up as fitness expertise. "And you've concluded I don't meet that caliber?" "I've concluded that you probably don't understand what elite fitness training actually involves," Derek said bluntly. "These aren't machines you just climb on and hope for the best. Our equipment requires knowledge, technique, and, frankly, a level of physical preparation that isn't universal." Other gym members had begun to notice the tension of the conversation, some pausing their workouts to observe the interaction. "Are you kidding me? Look at yourself. This gym is for people who actually work out, not people like you who obviously don't take fitness seriously. Get out before you embarrass yourself further." The brutal attack fell like a bomb in the high-end gym. Several members stopped their workouts entirely, shocked by the harshness of Derek's public body shaming. Personal trainers paused their sessions, sensing that something had gone very wrong with the club's professional standards. Marcus felt every eye in the facility watching her, waiting to see how she would respond to being publicly humiliated and mocked in front of other gym members. This was the moment that would define not just her experience, but the future of everyone who had witnessed it. Among the witnesses was Jennifer Martinez, a longtime Elite Fitness member who'd been warming up on the treadmill. She had watched the entire interaction and was appalled by Derek's behavior. "Excuse me?" Jennifer said, stepping down from her machine. "I watched this whole conversation, and what just happened was completely inappropriate. That woman was asking reasonable questions, and you attacked her appearance and questioned her fitness knowledge." Derek turned his attention to Jennifer, clearly annoyed by the interruption. "Ma'am, this is a conversation between staff and someone who was disrupting our premium training environment." "She wasn't disrupting anything," said Michael Chen, a personal trainer who'd been working with a client nearby. "She was asking about programs and services. The only disruption was your unprofessional behavior." Other members began murmuring their agreement. An elderly gentleman who'd been using the weight machines walked over. "Son," he said to Derek, "I've been a member of elite fitness clubs for 30 years, and I've never seen a staff member treat anyone with such disrespect. What you just said was completely unacceptable." Marcus appreciated the support from other members, but she knew the real issue was systemic. This wasn't just one employee having a bad day. This was the result of discriminatory policies and attitudes that had been allowed to flourish unchecked. Marcus reached into her gym bag and pulled out her phone, her movements calm and deliberate despite the anger building in her chest. Derek and the gathering members watched her, probably expecting her to leave or call someone to complain to management. Instead, Marcus dialed a number she knew by heart. "Sarah, it's Marcus. I need you to conference in legal and elite fitness corporate immediately. We have a serious discrimination situation at the Manhattan location." Sarah Thompson, her chief of operations for 10 years, didn't hesitate. "Connecting now. Legal and management will be on the line in 60 seconds. Marcus held the phone so her voice would carry clearly in the gym. "Thank you. And Sarah, I need you to pull the acquisition documents for Elite Fitness, specifically the staff training requirements and discrimination policy acknowledgments." "Already pulling them. Marcus, are you safe?" "I'm safe, but this facility isn't operating according to PowerFit standards." Derek and the other gym members had gone very quiet, watching Marcus with growing confusion and unease. The tone and content of her phone call suggested she wasn't just an ordinary member calling to complain. "Ma'am," Derek said, stepping closer with forced politeness, "if there's been a misunderstanding, we can discuss it privately in my office." Marcus looked at him calmly. "The misunderstanding, Mr. Collins, is that you've just told me I don't understand fitness and mocked my appearance in front of other members. You've made assumptions about my athletic ability and knowledge based on how I look, and you've done it while representing a gym that operates using equipment my company manufactured." "Your company?" Derek asked, his voice uncertain. "That's right. The company that owns this gym, and every piece of equipment you just told me I don't know how to use." Marcus answered the phone and immediately put it on speaker. "Good morning. This is Marcus Power, CEO of PowerFit Global, calling from the Elite Fitness Manhattan location. I need to report a discrimination incident involving the facility manager." The response was immediate and professional. "This is David Rodriguez, General Counsel for PowerFit Global. We're recording this call. Can you describe the incident? I entered this facility as a member interested in learning about programs and services. I was publicly humiliated, body-shamed, told I don't understand fitness, and instructed to leave based on my appearance and perceived athletic ability." "And who was the staff member involved?" David asked. Marcus looked directly at Derek. "Derek Collins, facility manager." The effect was immediate and devastating. Derek's face went white as he began to understand the magnitude of what had just occurred. The other gym members recognized they were witnessing something extraordinary. "Mr. Collins," David's voice came through the speaker, "you're suspended from all PowerFit Global facilities effective immediately, pending a full investigation." "Ms. Power, do you need security assistance?" "Not yet," Marcus replied, her voice calm but carrying unmistakable authority. but I want a complete review of Elite Fitness's member service protocols and immediate retraining of all staff on PowerFit's inclusivity standards." "Understood," David said. "Corporate executives are being contacted now." Derek finally found his voice. "Ms. Power, I had no idea who you were." "Exactly. You had no idea who I was, so you decided to mock my appearance and question my fitness knowledge. You judged me by my workout clothes and concluded I didn't deserve respect or professional service." As the reality of the situation sank in, Derek began to understand not just who Marcus was, but what her company controlled. PowerFit Global wasn't just another fitness company. It was the invisible foundation that made gyms like Elite Fitness possible. The treadmill that Jennifer had been using when she witnessed Derek's behavior was manufactured by PowerFit's equipment division. The weight machines that the elderly gentleman had been using, PowerFit designed and built them. The personal training certification that Michael Chen had earned, it came from PowerFit's education programs. But the scope went far beyond individual pieces of equipment. PowerFit controlled the supply chain that brought fitness equipment from manufacturing to installation, the software systems that managed membership and scheduling, and the training programs that certified personal trainers and fitness professionals. When members walked into Elite Fitness and appreciated the quality of the equipment and service, they were experiencing the end result of systems that Marcus had designed, funded, and perfected over 2 decades of building her empire. "Mr. Collins," Marcus continued, "do you understand what PowerFit Global does?" Derek shook his head, still processing the revelation and its implications for his career. "We own 67% of America's gym franchises. We manufacture 78% of all fitness equipment worldwide. We operate the fitness app that 89 million people use daily. And we've invested $2.8 billion in making fitness accessible to people of all backgrounds and fitness levels." She gestured around the facility. "Every machine in this gym was designed and built by my company. The membership software, the training protocols, the equipment maintenance programs, they all exist because PowerFit Global invested in making elite fitness experiences available to more people." Within 40 minutes, Elite Fitness Manhattan had been transformed into the scene of a corporate crisis. 3 executives from PowerFit Global had arrived, along with 2 representatives from the company's human resources team. Derek Collins had been escorted to a back office, where he was meeting with corporate investigators and trying to comprehend how his discriminatory behavior had ended his career. Marcus found herself in the club's VIP consultation room, getting a briefing on how the incident would be handled and what immediate changes would be implemented. "Miss Power," said Lisa Chen, PowerFit's VP of Operations, "we are profoundly sorry for what happened today. Mr. Collins's behavior was completely contrary to our values and the standards we require from all facilities." "Lisa," Marcus replied, "this wasn't an isolated incident. This was the result of discriminatory policies and attitudes that have been allowed to develop unchecked. I need to understand how widespread this problem is across our facilities." The investigation that followed revealed troubling patterns. Member satisfaction surveys showed significant disparities in how people were treated based on their appearance, perceived fitness level, and demographic characteristics. Staff reports indicated that certain members were systematically discouraged from using premium equipment or services, regardless of their membership level or payment history. Most concerning of all, there had been 37 formal complaints about discriminatory treatment across PowerFit facilities in the past year. All had been filed with local management, and most had been marked as resolved without documented investigation or corrective action. "How did these patterns go undetected?" Marcus asked. "The facilities were meeting their financial targets," Lisa replied uncomfortably. "When revenue and retention numbers look good, Corporate oversight tends to focus on operational metrics rather than member experience quality. Marcus leaned back in her chair. So we were profitable and that was enough? We failed in our responsibility, Lisa admitted. We should have been monitoring member satisfaction more carefully and investigating discrimination complaints more thoroughly. News of the incident spread quickly through the fitness and wellness industries. Within hours, trade publications were reporting on the discrimination incident and PowerFit's response. Social media amplified the story, with many people sharing their own experiences of being judged or excluded in fitness environments based on appearance or perceived athletic ability. But the real impact was felt in gyms and fitness centers across the country. If PowerFit Global, a company that controlled such a significant portion of the fitness infrastructure, was willing to take strong action against discrimination, other facilities needed to examine their own practices and staff behavior. Marcus used the attention to announce a comprehensive industry initiative. PowerFit would require all partner facilities to implement bias training for staff, establish member service standards that prohibited appearance-based discrimination, and submit regular reports on member satisfaction across demographic groups. The fitness industry has a responsibility to serve everyone who wants to improve their health and wellness, Marcus said in a statement. We will not tolerate discrimination in any form, and we will use our position in the industry to ensure that excellence in fitness means excellence for all. The initiative sent shockwaves through the industry. Fitness facilities that wanted to continue using PowerFit equipment and programs, which included the vast majority of gyms in America, had to meet new standards for inclusive member service.
Derek Collins never worked in the fitness industry again. His termination from Elite Fitness was immediate, and word of the incident spread quickly through the industry's professional networks. But beyond the career consequences, the incident forced Derek to confront his own biases and prejudices about fitness, appearance, and worth. In the weeks that followed, he began to understand how his assumptions had not only hurt other people, but had cost him a career he had worked years to build. He had let prejudices about appearance and fitness level override his professional training and basic human decency. The woman he had mocked and humiliated controlled an empire worth $34.2 billion and had the power to transform an entire industry. But more importantly, she was a person who deserved respect and courtesy regardless of her wealth, status, or appearance. Derek eventually found work in a different field, but he never forgot the lesson of that Monday morning, that dignity and respect aren't privileges to be earned through appearance or performance, but basic rights that every person deserves. 6 months later, Elite Fitness Manhattan had become a model for inclusive fitness culture. Under new management and with comprehensive staff training, the facility served all members with equal respect and enthusiasm, regardless of their appearance, fitness level, or background. Marcus made it a point to visit regularly, always unannounced and always dressed in basic workout attire. Each time she was greeted professionally and offered the same high-quality service that should be standard for every member. More importantly, she observed respectful treatment extended to all members, regardless of their race, age, body type, or apparent fitness level. The changes weren't limited to Elite Fitness. Across the PowerFit network, facilities had implemented new training programs and member service standards. Mystery audits regularly tested gyms to ensure compliance with anti-discrimination policies. The International Health, Racquet, and Sports Club Association invited Marcus to speak at their annual conference about building inclusive fitness communities. She used that platform to share a simple message: every person who enters your facility is on their own fitness journey. Every member deserves respect and support, and every assumption you make based on appearance costs you relationships and reputation. For Marcus, the incident represented both a professional challenge and a personal reminder of the work still needed to build truly inclusive fitness environments.
She had built a global empire and controlled billions in assets, but none of that had protected her from being publicly humiliated based on her appearance. The experience strengthened her resolve to use her position and resources to create systematic change in fitness. PowerFit established a $75 million foundation focused on building free fitness facilities in underserved communities and providing scholarships for diverse fitness professionals. Marcus also began speaking more publicly about her experiences as a Black woman in business, sharing the challenges she had faced and the strategies that had helped her build her empire. Her story inspired other entrepreneurs and fitness professionals to examine their own assumptions about who belonged in fitness spaces.
The changes at Elite Fitness and throughout the PowerFit network didn't stay contained within the fitness industry. Other wellness and recreational industries began adopting similar policies, recognizing that inclusive service wasn't just morally right, it was good business. The hospitality industry implemented bias training for staff. Recreational facilities examined their member treatment practices. Even healthcare providers began reviewing how they served patients from different backgrounds and with different body types. Marcus's simple act of trying to work out while Black exposed systemic problems that extended far beyond one gym or one industry. The response demonstrated that change was possible when people with power and influence demanded it. 2 years later, Marcus kept a photo from that day on her office desk, not of the confrontation, but of the Elite Fitness Transformation Ceremony, where new member service standards were formally implemented. The image showed diverse staff members from all backgrounds working together to serve members with dignity and respect. It reminded her every day that business success and social responsibility weren't competing priorities, but complementary goals that strengthened each other. The fitness industry had learned that excellence meant excellent treatment for all members. The lesson, delivered one workout at a time, had changed everything. Marcus still worked out at various gyms, still dressed in basic athletic wear, still walked into fitness facilities where staff sometimes made assumptions about her athletic ability or fitness knowledge. But now, when those assumptions proved wrong, she had an industry that stood as proof of what happened when you treated every member with respect, regardless of their appearance. The fitness industry learned that respect wasn't an expensive upgrade, it was standard equipment. And that lesson, delivered one workout at a time, continued to transform not just gyms, but the communities they served. If this story moved you, remember that every interaction in fitness spaces is an opportunity to choose encouragement over judgment. Every member deserves respect, and every assumption we make about fitness costs us more than we know. Because sometimes the strongest muscle you can build is character, and that's a strength that never needs a rest day.